of the morning, y'all. Y'all getting that I woke up like this morning blog. I was requested to talk about the Kirk Franklin and his son Carrington whole internet debacle. So we're definitely going to speak about that because I just got finished watching Ricky Smiley's thoughts on the situation. And here's what I got to say about it. To tell the truth, none of us, and I mean absolutely none of us, know exactly what was said, knows what's going on in their family. We're all just speculating. We have no idea of the level of toxicity and where it really resides and originate from. Anyone that has a picture perfect relationship with their parents. No parents are perfect. I'm a parent. I'm not perfect. I love my mother and my father to death, and they damn sure ain't perfect, okay? Thing I can say for sure is no matter what imperfections my parents have, I love the shit out of my mother and I love the shit out of my father. Hell, my father wasn't in my life. My father was not in my life all of the time. I do not make him suffer and have to live every single day in the fact that he was not there every day of my life to raise me. That there were certain times that every person that has gone through a divorce with their parents, you've been through, someone saying that they're going to pick you up, have it be your mother or your father, and don't nobody show up. And then you feel resentment and you're angry because your parent let you down. We all went through that shit, bruh. You learn growing up and having children of your own is that y'all are all growing up together. As your children are growing, you're growing into an adult too. Not all relationships stand the test of time. You understand? There are a lot of breakups. Some people break up, and because of the relationship, unfortunately, their kids have to suffer because they don't want to deal with the mother, they don't want to deal with the father, that they don't come around for the kids no more. But until you are an adult and you're being placed in that situation, I can understand as a mother, listen, the kid's father gets on my nerves so bad. It's not that I don't want them to see my their children. I cannot be around their father because it's going to trigger me. We're going to start arguing, or it's just a toxic situation for the children in general. So until we can get that figured out, we need some separation. I don't know why your father wasn't there. You know, a lot of people, we be having that side baby conversation. Let's keep it 100. If you were the side baby, your mother knew that this man was married. No, he cannot bring his kids over there. You know what I'm saying? No, you may not be able to take family pictures with your biological father because you are the hush baby, okay? Now, I'm not saying that that's the situation that was going on with Kirk Franklin and his family because I don't know. You know, I probably should look into it a little bit more. But I just feel like I could talk off of this topic, just off of I could skim off of the top of what I know. There is some kids hold resentment against the mother or against the father because they can't be around their biological parent. It was because the way you were presented into the world. So instead of you getting mad just at the father because the father ain't in your life, you need to like it's just unfortunate. Sometimes the kids are impacted in a negative way. It does not give you the right to disrespect your mother or father. I don't give a fuck if you was a side weekend baby and you were never able to have your father in your life and you see your father off with another family being the best, perfect role model that a child could ever have, and you sitting over here suffering, having to watch from the sidelines because of a decision that your mother made and a decision that your father is making not to have you in your life. Listen, if you go online and put your parents on blast, it's not going to change nothing. It's not going to change nothing. Sometimes we got to just be able to come to peace with what cards we were dealt. And that's like legit. You feel what Kirk Franklin's son did was disrespectful, but I don't know all the dynamics of what's going on in that fucking family at all. Franklin could be one way in the public, into the church, and be a whole totally different abusive ass monster at home that this boy had to suffer with throughout his childhood. We don't know. It's like Ricky Smiley said, there are some children, especially celebrity children, Not even just celebrities, just children, period, that they have the best parents possible. They were given everything under the sight of God, and still they can find some way to disrespect, demean, and dishonor their fucking parent because they're some entitled, punk ass, little narcissistic little pieces of fucking shit. Today, I truly don't know the ins and outs of this situation. However, I can say, to video record your parent cursing you out, I don't think that Kirk Franklin was just coming out the side of his ass cussing that boy out for no fucking reason. Clearly, you said and you did something to disrespect that man that made him have to motherfucking check you and had to let you know, don't make me come over there and chin check. Point with what Ricky Smiley was saying, there could be a possibility of entitlement there. And Ricky Smiley said something in his video about, I guess, knowing your boundaries as a parent and know that you can do your best for your child, but sometimes that can't determine the way your child comes out. And I say that all of the time. Like, you can be the best mother, the best father, you can live your life by the book with your kids. When your children go to school, you just got to pray that they got discernment and not get wrapped up in the wrong people, trying to do the wrong things and learning the wrong shit out there in the streets to which you cannot control. You know what I'm saying? So his parents could have done completely right by that boy. He could have went out there in the street and decided to become a little ain't shit piece of fucking monster. If I don't put you in all of the private schools, I done gave you love, attention, affection, try to be the best male role model or female role model that I could be. And you gonna carry your ass out there in the street and you gonna decide, oh no, I wanna be hood, I wanna be a rebel, I wanna be whatever the fuck it is. And you think you're gonna come in here and disrespect me? I agree with Ricky Smiley. Like, now, I don't think that as a parent that I could cut my child off. I pray to God I don't ever in my fucking life ever have to go through anything like this where I would ever get to the point where I feel like I have to cut my child off. But I've most definitely got to a point where I was not talking to a few of my family members for some years. Give a fuck who you are. You could be my mother, my father, friend, family, or foe. I treat a hoe like a hoe. If you are toxic and disrespectful to me, especially if you're exhibiting substance abuse issues, you're verbally, emotionally, or mentally abusive to me consistently, you gotta go. You're not gonna be talking to me crazy. You're not gonna be calling me and I'm having a good day, and then the next thing I'm on the phone arguing with you because you're calling me drunk, or I don't give a fuck what it is. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you're toxic to me and you disturb my spirit in any type of way on a consistent basis, I gotta draw the line with you. Sometimes as the child, have y'all ever seen a mother and daughter or father and son dynamic where the child is more mature than the motherfucking parent? Sometimes these children be having an old fucking soul and they just like, listen, Pops, I love you. Mama, I love you. But the more and more I subject myself to your foolishness, it is disturbing my spirit. And it's going to carve a stone, a crater of damage in my soul that I will not be able to fix. So I love you, but I love myself more to realize that this is toxic. And I'm not going to deal with your abuse and disrespect because a lot of it is recycled from their parents. Or because their parent is just, some people just have miserable ass motherfucking parents. And we talk about this all the time, mothers and fathers that be meddling in people's relationships and people's lives, that are a financial burden, parents that are financial burdens on the children. Yeah, I don't know on which side of the fence the penny gonna fall. I don't know if it's just a disrespectful, entitled child, and Kirk Franklin had to put his fucking foot down, or I don't know if there really was toxicity going on in that house, and regardless of what is perceived in the public, what was going on behind those closed doors is a totally different thing. And maybe Kirk Franklin ain't the man that you think it is. It don't matter. Whichever or. I feel like if the son felt like the father is disrespectful and he wasn't going to tolerate the disrespect and abuse, I don't think that he needed to out his father. But he could have definitely placed a boundary. And again, if Kirk Franklin felt like the son was being out of order and he had to address him in a certain way, like black people do, I'm sorry. If my kids come at me fucked up, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to kick your ass. Mother's famous sayings, and I always say this to this day, don't make me come and hang my foot off in your ass. Don't make me floor you. Don't make me forget that I'm a whole child of God, because I have to come over there and beat your ass. People could get you so fucked up that you could forget that there was even any Jesus left in you, the way that they got the hair standing up off your back like a goddamn pit bull with the dumb shit that's coming out of your mouth. And for some people, for some reason, when people are behind a phone device, text, leaving voice messages, Facebook, Twitter, yo, I don't know what the fuck is in social media that make people turn into the hawk. But people have a whole different set of balls when they're behind a phone, they're behind social media, they're behind a fucking keyboard. They feel safe to approach and say shit that they would not say the fuck in your face. And that's kind of what I got off of that voicemail. Clearly, the son character did not put what he said to make Kirk Franklin react like that. He only put the reaction. To be honest, it's 2021. I be seeing little children that's 5, 6 years old all out cussing their parents, calling them bitch ass niggas and shut the fuck up. I done seen some little kids talk to their parents in a way that made their hair stand up off my back, and I was triggered and wanted to yank their motherfucking ass up. So don't think that that boy was not saying something highly disrespectful for Kirk Franklin to react like that. And I do agree with Ricky Smiley in some sense. I'm not going to say that, and I'm going to say it again. I pray to God in my lifetime I never experience me and my children having a disgruntled relationship where I have to cut my child off. No parent. You know how much that would have to hurt to be done with your child? Ow, your flesh and blood. Your flesh and blood, but just like Ricky Smiley said, out of the 10, if you had 10 children, 1 or 2 ain't gonna come out right. 1 or 2 gonna give you a problem. And all your children not gonna be perfect. You know what I'm saying? And again, you gotta set boundaries. If you got a child, that's just like if you got a child that, like those Ricky Lake kids. Remember back in the day on Ricky Lake, they used to have them kids to come on there that was beating and abusing their parents and shit like that. Like, if you literally have a child that has behavioral issues, mental health issues, whatever it is, and they're being either physical or verbally, mentally abusive to you as the parent, and it's stressing you out. Listen, I'm not telling you cut your child off. I'm going to tell you what. If I raised you right and you done carried your ass out in the street and you decided you want to be a thug and you think you want to be coming in here disrespecting and you think you going to raise your hand to me, bitch. They used to say back in the day, I done bought you in this world and I will take your motherfucking rabbit ass the fuck out. Before I get to that point, oh honey, I will call fucking juvenile. So y'all come get this boy the fuck up out of here, or y'all come get this child up out of here before I kill this little motherfucker. I done seen some children hit their mamas and all of that shit. Like, bitch. Bitch. Talking about children hitting their parents in self-defense because their parents are fucking drunk, or their parents is on drugs and got issues and they're being abusive to the child. We're not talking about that. Let me tell you something. Every child has a fucking breaking point where once they get a little bit older, bitch, you not gonna keep getting drunk, coming in here abusing on me, keep beating on me, keep cussing me out, pulling my hair, calling me hoes, calling me bitches. Do you know how many children are mentally fucked up because their mother calls them hoes? There's some women that are fucking jealous of how attractive that their daughter is, and that they don't have their youth no more, and be beating on their daughters and be calling them little hoes and bitches. And these little girls are fucking virgins. So no, do you understand? I feel like on both ends that there needs to be fucking boundaries, because you're not going to be beating on me, and I don't give a fuck if you a child of your mother sitting up there, or your father beating the dog shit out of you for no reason but because they got issues. Go to your grandma's house, go your auntie house, go find a friend who mother don't mind if you stay there with them for a while. Listen, it's about self-survival. Once you allow someone to come and break your spirit the fuck down, sometimes that shit can't come back. I wholeheartedly agree with what Ricky Smiley was saying in regards to the Kirk Franklin situation about cutting, blocking your child and cutting your child off. But, bruh, if your child is abusing you, coming home high. I had a boyfriend who used to smoke boat, and him and his brother used to smoke boat. Neither one of them wanted to get their lives together. They used to come to the house high. If you ever been around someone smoke PCP, sherm, dip, wet, I don't give a fuck what you call. That's some scary ass shit. And as a parent, you know what? I didn't raise you to be like that. You're not going to keep getting high, coming in my house, being aggressive, and I'm in fear of my life because I don't know what you're going to do. No, I'm a fuck sorry. You need to set some boundaries. Your son can, if your son don't want to get himself together, he can't come over here no more. Taking them calls no more when they need help, when they need money, where they ain't got a place to stay, where they don't have this to do, and blah, 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 and blue, blue, blue. We're not aiding this shit no fucking more. There's fucking boundaries. There's fucking boundaries. Do you understand what I'm saying? And when it comes to the point where your children are outright disrespecting you, and especially because they don't want to get their life together, and they want you to aid them, and you're not going to continue to kiss their ass? Because there literally are some children like that, some entitled ass motherfuckers, just like Ricky Smiley was saying. You need to set boundaries. The more and more that you give, the more and more that they're going to take, and the more and more you are making a mistake that they ain't never going to get their shit together. They ain't never going to respect you because you're not setting fucking boundaries. You're not putting boundaries in place. With children that have very toxic ass parents. If you listen, I done had to block before. Because you're not going to disrespect me. You're not going to keep disturbing my happiness. Because you want dysfunctional shit in your fucking life. I've had to set a boundary before. And it's not because I want to. And it's not because I don't love the person. Because I fucking love the person with everything in my life. But I can't keep inviting that in my life, bruh. What is it doing to me? How is it helping me keep allowing a family member just spew toxicity, abuse, and just malicious things? Like I don't have feelings. Sometimes it ain't about what they saying or what they doing. It's about the person that's saying and doing this shit. It's the person. And that you could be my father, my mother, my sister, my brother, my immediate family, and you could continuously, maliciously say the shit that you do, talk about me the way that you do, disrespect me in my face the way that you do, threaten me, whatever the fuck it is. And I'm supposed to just sit there and take it with a Coke and a smile just because of the title that you hold? Never. I don't give a fuck who you are. Self-fucking preservation. And I don't want to be nowhere where the fuck I'm not desired. If you don't want me there, if you want to sit there and talk about me, if you want to treat me like I'm secondhand shit, I don't. And look, and we're going to bring back the side baby situation. Look, your parents might have been grown. They made a mistake in the past. If your father don't, or your mother, whoever the fuck it is, don't want you a part of their main family because it's going to cause an issue, or they're ashamed of it, fuck him. Better off without that, because no man, I don't give a fuck. I know too many motherfucking niggas that they done went out there and had a fucking side baby and they like, look, that's my child. Okay? What's done is done. If you still love me and you want to be in this relationship with me, all right? This child is here. This child ain't going nowhere. You can go somewhere, but my baby is not going nowhere. And ain't no bitch that I'm dating going to dictate to me that I cannot be a father just because I went and cheated on you and had a baby with somebody else. Now, bitch, if you gonna be here, be here. Okay? But this child is here and ain't shit that you can do about it, but get the fuck on if you got a problem with it. Baby boy, or whoever is hearing this, they need to hear this. If your father, your mother, whoever the fuck it is, don't want to invite you into their family because you were the mistake, fuck them. The mistake that they ever made is not accepting you and honoring you, because you were greatness, okay? And they're going to be missing out, not the other way around. You ain't missing shit, because if a motherfucker would treat their fucking child like that, you ain't asked to be here. If a motherfucker would treat their own flesh and blood like that, what the fuck? How do you think that they're treating other people in the world? Think about it. A person can treat their own flesh and their own child like they don't exist. You think that they're treating that woman, that man, the cousins, friends, colleagues any better? No. Their rejection is God's protection. And that's one thing that y'all need to remember. Stop trying to force relationships and friendships and familyhoods with motherfuckers that don't want to be around you. Fuck them. You want to be around you. But guess what? If you let someone get down in the crevice of your motherfucking soul and damage you to the point of no return, girl, you ain't going to like you. The point where you look at yourself in the mirror and you ain't going to like what you see because my mama don't love me. My daddy don't love me. My boyfriend don't love me. My baby mama don't love me. My this and that don't love me. And I can't do this. And I can, because you done let all that self-hate. Now I'm going to turn to self-hate. You done let all that verbal abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, turning to self-hate towards where when you look at yourself in that mirror, you don't even like what you see because of other people's reaction to your existence. Fuck them. Something right now, there's a lot of people that don't like me because how passionate, and I guess sometimes I can come off aggressive when I talk. I know I'm not being aggressive, or I mean well. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't want to be around me, you don't like the way I talk, you don't like me, I don't give a fuck. I'm not changing who the fuck I am for nobody until I'm ready to change. Do you understand what I'm saying? You being in my life ain't going to gain me no extra interest, and I damn sure ain't going to lose no interest with you not being around me. Do you understand? Sometimes you got to learn that self-preservation and your peace is more important than any fucking thing. And I don't want to be in a place where I'm the fuck not wanted. And that's on period. In the hell, would you put yourself in a placement around people that do not want anything to do with you? That is a stupid ass individual. Give a fuck if it's your mother, your father, your friend, family, or foe. If they don't want to deal with you, fuck them for the last time. Fuck them. Okay? So listen, I just got fresh up out the bed off of this one. I ain't even, put no water across my face yet. I just wanted to let y'all know how I felt about it, because again, I can understand both sides of the table. I don't feel like the whole expose thing was cool. He did that maliciously. I feel like he initiated an argument just to record it, to embarrass his father and to tarnish his name, which isn't cool. And for that, if he did do that, if that was the intent behind it, karma is real. You know, and just like Ricky Smiley said, ain't nobody fucking with you for doing this shit, bruh. Like, you ain't getting no fans. You don't have, like, a big group of people that's rooting behind you. And there literally are just some badass motherfucking kids out there. And it ain't because you went wrong with you raising them. Some people just decide, I want to go out and I want to be a hood rat. I want to act like a nigga. I want to be like this. I want to be hood. How many people do you know that grew up in a posh ass, damn near rich setting, and all of a sudden they want to be hood all of a sudden? Stupid. So listen, I don't know which side of the motherfucking table it is. Only thing I know is it ain't a good look. I don't think that people need to go real deep into speculating what happened. I think that we just need to look at this and take it for what it is and make sure that you implement and you do better in your life with your kids. And don't judge. Don't judge Kirk Franklin because we don't know his story. I'm going to say don't judge the son because we don't know his story neither. We really don't know the story. But we could talk about this as adults. And if we going to talk about it, we really going to talk about it on my page. I know I'm not about to sit here and just take Kirk Franklin's side. I'm not about to just take the son's side. I'm going to take the side of what the fuck makes sense and what truth is truth. And the truth is there is some toxic ass fucking parents out there. And there's some kids out there that is just as bad that be damn near about to send their parents into the sane asylum. And ain't did nothing wrong. These children are choosing by choice to be little pieces of shit. And just like Ricky said, don't let the motherfucking children stress you. And like I said, if your parent is toxic, don't let them stress you. Find peace. All right? Be solid. I'm gone.